As the morning mist finally clears over the tropical islands of the Philippine archipelago, a dense and vibrant metropolis wakes up. When planning a journey, you usually have to make a choice. You can walk centuries-old colonial streets, navigate rugged wilderness, or rest on an isolated coastline. Cebu offers a rare geography where you do not have to choose. Here in the Queen City of the South, the urban skyline presses right up against the ocean horizon. This map shows how the island is structured as a long, extremely narrow sliver of land. The distance from the high central mountain spine down to the coastal waters is tightly compressed, forcing the dense jungle and the deep ocean to sit side by side. The human history here is equally dense. In 1521, Ferdinand Magellan planted a cross here, establishing a Spanish colonial foothold that left vibrant murals and centuries of architecture in its wake. Out on the turquoise water, the silhouette of the banca, a traditional wooden outrigger boat, glides exactly as it has for generations. The island operates as a living timeline. Ancient maritime heritage and modern civilization occupy the exact same space. Moving inland from the city, the safety of paved roads disappears into a thick, vertical jungle. Navigating this terrain requires canyoneering. You have to hike, jump, and swim through the fractures in the earth to move forward. At Kalawasan Falls, the environment borders on the surreal. The water flowing out of the dark jungle rock is an opaque, vivid turquoise. These powerful rivers carve their way through the rugged limestone interior with an immense, raw physical energy that violently shapes the landscape. The demanding topography strips away modern comforts, forcing you to engage with the landscape's unfiltered power. Off the coast of Malbo, the terrain drops off sharply into the deep blue. Here is the Sardine Run. Millions of silverfish congregate in a swirling formation, moving in perfect unison as a synchronized shield against deep predators. Right beneath this chaotic vortex, the pace of life slows down completely. Solitary sea turtles glide undisturbed over the dark coral reefs. Below the surface, Cebu reveals an entirely different ecosystem, operating on an ancient and quiet rhythm. The physical intensity of the jungle and the sensory overload of the deep reefs require a deliberate retreat. The northern islands, like Bantayan, offer that exact isolation. Long, sweeping curves of powdery white sand meet shallow, perfectly clear ocean. On these isolated sandbars, the urgency of the mainland fades entirely. The water is calm, and the passage of time is barely noticeable. These quiet coastal edges are an essential part of the topography. They provide the stillness needed to absorb the extreme environments of the days prior. To fully map the island, you have to look at the labor behind its food. Preparing Cebu lechon requires patience. Whole pigs are roasted slowly over smoky, glowing embers in dark, intense heat until the skin is crisp. That same energy spills into the streets during the Sinulog Festival. A dense crowd moves together, surrounded by bright yellow and red banners over the church square. Cebu operates as a complete sensory ecosystem. As the sun sets and local fishermen cast their nets into the fading light, the true scale of the island settles in. The collision of deep history, demanding wilderness, and vibrant local culture creates a permanent imprint on anyone who walks its shores.